things from Black Ops Cold War they should use in next year's Call of Duty. Welcome back to COD Insanity. Let's get into the video, shall we? Number 10, optional objectives. The series campaigns generally adhere to a strict linearity. Black Ops Cold War shakes things up by adding bonus objectives, which sometimes sends players to parts of the map many otherwise would have completely ignored. Doing or not doing these optional goals changes the parts of the mission, making a second playthrough more desirable and unpredictable. Before this, Black Ops 2 had a similar system, and it is something to which the series in general should subscribe. Number 9, customizable character. Character creators were always welcome, but it sometimes comes with the drawback of a lead protagonist who has no personality. The idea works in Black Ops Cold War because of the way it ties into the story. However, if a future entry simply wants to let players customize their character, they should instead go for a protagonist with a more developed style and personality. Save the character creation for large RPGs like Fallout. Number 8, bonus missions. Not only are optional objectives present in the levels, but the campaign features 2 entirely ignorable bonus missions. These are not half-baked additions either. Each feels like they could have been a part of the main campaign, even if the game itself is super short, and doing the bonus missions comes highly recommended. Having optional content like this always feels good for players and gives them more agency. Number 7, Fireteam. Few new additions make their way to the multiplayer suite this year, and what the game does try to change about the popular feature does not necessarily land well. Fireteam Dirty Bomb pits 10 teams of 4 against each other to set off bombs throughout the large map. While a novel idea, the execution could have been better. If it returns, the mode needs some tweaking, otherwise leave it behind. Number 6, licensed music. To bring the game's time period to life, the campaign uses several licensed songs, including Billy Squires' The Stroke and Steppenwolf's Magic Carpet Ride. It almost seems like cheating to use such classic tunes, but it helps further immerse the player in the world. Even if the next game takes place in the present, they should still include songs from bands and artists, whether they be popular or not, to liven up the atmosphere. Number 5, the game engine. It is weird to say this, but Black Ops Cold War is visually worse than last year's Modern Warfare reboot. The two games use different, though closely related engines. Hopefully the next game returns to Infinity Ward's engine because the graphics are significantly better than Black Ops Cold War. The new game earned some points for a more stylized presentation, but it is disappointing to see it look lackluster, especially since it is available on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Number 4, should use synthesis between games. The developers were smart enough to continue support for Modern Warfare and Warzone after Black Ops Cold War's release. Not only are they still going, but leveling is shared between all 3 games. The Zombies mode also gets on the synthesis, where a player's learning experience while shooting the undead that also contributes to their overall level. The following games in the series should continue this trend. Number 3, thin multiplayer suite. Call of Duty is renowned for its multiplayer offerings, which makes the game's years particularly disappointing. There are only a small handful of maps and only 2 new game modes show up. Modern Warfare had a ton of new modes, so seeing this game's thin multiplayer is even sadder. Updates can always remedy this in the future, but as of now it is best to stick with Modern Warfare. One almost wishes this game was delayed and the series stuck with Modern Warfare's multiplayer for another year. Number 2, stealth mechanics. As the title implies, the story includes a lot of espionage. While plenty of sets pieces still populate the campaign, several missions include extended stealth segments. The balance between the two makes the story feel more varied and unpredictable. Infiltrating the Lubyanka building is a particular highlight since several methods exist of helping Adler and the team infiltrate the KGB headquarters. Number 1, slow movement. Playing this title right after Modern Warfare, the slower movement is extremely noticeable and drags down the whole experience to the point of feeling sluggish. Not only this, but players can no longer mount cover, a significant drawback. Movement felt so good in Modern Warfare, so future entries should take more cues from the 2019 game than from Black Ops Cold War. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.